One of the things that I like about having Convoy Home Loans on the channel every week is they are a provider that is creative. They are leaning ahead and they are very good at what they do. They actually have access to a private fund that has allowed them to create some brand new products. So instead of stealing his thunder, I thought I would let Dustin share all the great new goodies and programs that are coming. So what do you have for us this time, you little creative guy?
So a couple things. I know we've spoken about it in the last month. Our private fund that we're using has been very nice to us, to say the least, and they've liked so far our track record that we've been able to basically secure for them. But one of the things that a lot of our clients have been asking is, are you going to offer any interest only products through this private fund? And we
Okay.
haven't been able to until now. We are going to roll out interest only, and it's being rolled out this week. Essentially, our 30-year fixed product, the one that we've discussed, where look, we need the debt coverage to be above 1.1. That's the only way you're going to get this deal.
Okay.
No other, ifs, ands about it. But now we're going to make it a little bit easier, not in terms of the payment, but how to qualify. Because
Okay.
obviously, with interest only, the payment's a little bit lower, so you can actually maybe debt cover at 1.1, where in some cases, look, I don't know how many I've had, but I've had clients in the last couple of weeks where we're at 1.05,
Yeah.
1.03. Like, that just doesn't work.
Close. Doesn't
Yeah.
work. Yeah.
Rather than putting a little extra skin in the game to make the loan amount lower, we can flip it to interest only. You can still pay principal if you want, but that'll be a way to at least satisfy those guys on Wall Street's requirements to get this loan to you.
No, that's cool. So when we're talking interest only, are we talking 5 years? What are we talking?
Yeah, no, we're talking, it's going to be up to you. You can pick between 5 and 10 years.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
typically when I was running it, it's still going to be on a 30-year amortization, still a
Okay.
30 fixed note. But I think the average, like on let's say a $500,000 loan,
Mhm.
um, that at 6.5, I think the difference between principal and interest only was around $450.
Yeah,
So that could
sounds about
be a
right.
big difference in terms of the debt coverage calculation.
Yeah.
Uh,
So just so I make sure the audience understands, again, let's just assume you pick 10 years. It is a 30-year product. So the first 10 years go by, then it rolls into fully amortized, but using the remaining 20 years. That's kind of how it works.
exactly.
Very cool. So again, if you wanted, you don't have to refi it at the end of 10 years is the point.
Yeah, you can stay in it, same rate, same everything, except for
Yeah,
the
just
payment is
am
principal.
yeah, because you're adding 20 years, you have 20 years of principal payments. Makes total sense to me. I'm gonna ask you, what are the kind of fun and creative products coming? Do you still have that second program? Because I'm actually getting questions. I think I tagged you on a post from my private Facebook group the other day where somebody's like, hey, I have a property, it's got a 2 on it. I just did a remodel, actually addition, so it really has more value because more square footage. Anybody doing seconds?
So
I
it's
know we
funny.
talked about one, but
Yeah, no, we get a decent amount of inquiries for them, but there's still a sticker shock on the price or the
okay.
rate of seconds.
Well, let's
Okay.
talk about it. What is it?
Yeah, so primary, you're probably looking maybe 9%. Um, Investment properties, you're looking 11, 12%.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, obviously, I'm taking the average. So if you've
Sure.
got one where your combined loan to value, so your first plus your second is maybe in the 50% range, you're going to get maybe 1 or 2% better. But if you're already at,
Yeah. You're going
combined
full
value,
tilt. Yeah, it's yeah.
don't, you got to, when I tell the clients, look, if you need cash out and you're going to actually deploy it to get some sort of rate of return, or it's something different, maybe it's personal, medical bill, hot, whatever it may be.
Whatever it is, you gotta go, you gotta go. Yeah.
Exactly. But don't think that 11% and 2%, will run the numbers right now, is higher than you refinancing at 7.5 and 8 for the entire, shebang, because it's not even close.
Oh, it's not. No, absolutely not. So again, I think this is the kind of, I call it the blended rate. I don't know if that's the right
That's the
industry
right term.
term.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do it all the time, right? I have this 50, 40, 10 thing that I'm trying to do where the 50%'s at 9, then I get the 40 at 1. Boom, the blended rate's 5 and an eighth. I'm like, cool, I win. You
Yeah.
can do all these things, right? So just because the second's at 11, but if you're first at 2, the blended rate's going to be, I don't know, 5.8, 5.7. It's just do the math.
Exactly. And this is funny. I'm not gonna. The person I spoke with a couple of days ago was like, got a 2, got 11, so you put it in the middle, and I'm really at 6.5. I'm like, it doesn't work that way. You got to
That's
look
not how it
at the
works at
balance.
all.
The balance on the 2, maybe 700K. The 11 is going to be 100K.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
your
gonna.
blended's really still going to be 3.25. Okay,
Yes,
so
yeah, exactly. It's in the
let's take,
threes.
yeah.
Yeah, math is not the strong suit of lots of people.
No,
Yeah,
that's what you
if
can.
you got, oh, it's funny. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying that's what I mean. Look, I've just seen in terms of a lot of clients call trying to figure out how do we get the best deal? Like what other creative super low rate options can I get? And I'm telling them, look, I mean, you can go on Google. I think the 30-year primary residence 750 or lower is 6.5 right now.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can still get that for you on an investor loan, but you've got to, like you always mention, update your buy box, run the numbers, have your Excel. If it doesn't cash flow at maybe 7,
Yeah.
don't look for something that's going to cash flow at 5 because it's not there. You've got to
Not
readjust.
there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So at the end of the day, folks, if you're excited about this, or you don't understand how to calculate a blended rate, you have an opportunity where you have a bunch of equity. I suggest reaching out to Convoy. Dustin, how should they do that?
Yeah, they can just go to our website, convoyhomeloans.com, send an email or chat to us, and you can actually say that you're from ORAP.
Very cool. Thank you very much. And again, I appreciate you doing this from your car.
You got it. Thanks, Mike.
Mhm.